All right, so we had talked about it honestly just goes back to like career and stuff, and yeah, so like you'd mentioned something like that for yourself, like I forgot what you said, like you had a loss or trying to figure it out, and then you had said like being practical or something like that,
Yes.
and that being temporary or whatever. So what are your thoughts on that before I go super in?
Like whether I should follow being practical or follow my passion.
I don't know, whatever it is that's going on in your dome.
I don't know, because like most of the time I just do it for fun, and I know I see people who stream and do it for passion. They're not particularly good, but they do it for the content because they're funny, or they people just enjoy them, right?
Uh-huh.
Like Iman or like really good Peachy, right? They enjoy their content because they're just funny. And
Yeah.
I'm not particularly into that kind of humor because, like I said, I told you about certain things in the past. There's some gaming terms and other stuff that I talk with my friends, and we laugh about it because we know we're joking, but it can also be offensive toward other people. There's that kind of, and it's just like I'm not sure if I'm like ready to be, because there is a side of professionalism when it comes to streaming, right? You have to make sure that what you say is, not offensive. You gotta make sure that like if people do donate, right? Like I heard a person who's donating to this Fortnite streaming, and usually you can put some text chat, right, and let the robot say something. The robot said the N-word several times, right? And the streamer didn't do anything about it, right? He just didn't care. It was like the money came in, right? So apparently Twitch banned them for I think 2 weeks. Yeah. So stuff like that is just like you have to be really, really politically and culturally sensitive.
Okay, understood. Yeah, of course.
And I don't know if I'm kind of ready to handle that kind of thing.
Are you on the stream right now? Do you see it?
Oh, see what? What? No, I'm playing video games right now. Do you want me to pull up the stream? I can pull up the stream on PS4.
There's just people talking. Carla said hello.
Hello?
But what other people are typing? You shouldn't have to worry about what other people are typing. I'm confused. Anyway, so yeah, so when we were on the cusp of that, I think we were talking in the car, I was like dead ass ready to give you like a practical plan, because I think because you had mentioned like not being ready and all that kind of stuff, and I know you can go back and forth with the concept of being ready, and a lot of the times you aren't ready for anything, and I think once you start and you go, I don't know, it just gets easy. So the plan is just basically the practicality of like what you need to do.
Well, first of all, get a proper gaming setup, because if I lower down my camera, I'm literally using a reclinable chair that my grandfather used to use as a gaming setup. I have a huge TV that's not optimal for gaming. What's it called? Competitively. And it just like, I don't know. And then obviously I'm gonna have to have a side PC to control it, but also I've been streaming every now and then, and using the phone is just kind of fun. You can have the phone as to view the chat and all that stuff, which is interesting. Oh shit. But in a way, it's like preparation, and there's the statistic where if you show a camera, right, to your face, it also increases the chance that someone will tune into your stream. There's that, like just getting started, and then also keeping that content, you know. So I do know some of the basics of what you said. I know you told me some, and I've seen what other people do. But it's gonna take a little bit, you know. Okay. But yeah, I think that's my opinion on that kind of approach towards a career. Because I do like where my standpoint is, and also timing. Timing is just an issue.
What do you mean?
I work from 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I can just stream on the weekends, and I can make sure that people can like watch it there. But since I work those hours, right? Those are usually my play hours. So it just like it works if I if I stream while I play normally. You know? But since I play normally on those hours, I doubt there's anybody gonna come to watch.
Man. So I mean, like, you'd be surprised just because of like the time differences and stuff, which is like a major part. Like, okay, I'll give you an example too. I used to back when the internet was still kind of like evolving, I used to blog and post Friday nights, and I forget what the other day was, probably like Wednesdays. And during that time, like, most people would just go out and party, right? So like, you're like, oh, why would you post on a Friday night? And I'm like, well, I'm in Friday night, so. But the thing was that my audience were people that were like me. And my audience was not people that went out to party. So it's just like, I don't think this really like, I mean, I'm sure there's like prime times to stream and everything, but people kind of just stream when they can versus like trying to fit into like a certain thing. I remember streaming at a weird time before, and I got people from different countries, and that was just interesting.
Was it properly translated?
Yeah. It's just they were like from way out of the country, and because of different time zones, I was like, oh, that sucks because I never streamed during this time, because we were just streaming to just learn how to stream. Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard from them since, but yeah, like, I wouldn't, and a lot of it's just more so like for example, if I make music and I put it out, it's gonna be trash, right? And it wouldn't have, like, there's so many reasons to not put it out, but there are also just as many reasons to start. And starting and going is always, to me, like the most, and it's working with what you have versus trying to have that setup. Like, if you can get the setup and you can afford it, like, whatever, like, go for it, and I'm all for that. But I also am a huge believer of just starting, because then what happens is your gears start turning and you start understanding consistency and you try different stuff, and it's just exciting. And then you find out after a while, because I would say stick with something for a while to make sure that you know that that's like what you enjoy. What else was I gonna say? Then you can, I don't know, you find out if like that's what you want to do, or if you want to try something else. Like,
I mean, hopefully, I'm hoping that I can try to get into it, but it's also like dedication, you know. And then there's a mental state, like, if you keep on doing it, right, and no one comes, it can take a mental toll towards you. You know? A lot of things can take a mental toll on you if you don't have the right attitude.
And what I'm gonna say to that is like facts. And I think to develop that mental state is to go through the work that is pretty much like when anyone starts anything, that's just kind of how it is for a while. And then you kind of just learn the process. You start developing the skills that you know that you want. Someone that was kind of like torn. Okay, I was talking to torn. I feel like the most of us keep putting these limitations on ourselves before we even start trying. That's what the NHS person said. One more time.
NHS?
Yeah, he said, I feel like most of us keep putting these limitations on ourselves before we even start trying. And like, it's true. I used to struggle with that until I started small, and then I would move forward. And like, sometimes I feel like, yeah, when I have to start being consistent, and you try and then you don't, and then you have this whole mental thing. But I think what's more important than consistency is just doing it. Starting is always key, and it's the thing. It's like you already see what the greats are doing, and so you'll put yourself in a position to basically compare yourself and be like, well, I'm not any of those things, but I need to have all those things on point before anything pops off. And there might be lots of truth to that, but it's totally fine being gradual and not having it all together when you start.
Okay.
Intermission was born from my mind, man. And before that was the movement. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, when you really put things into perspective, like the relationship we have now, the things that we've been able to do, it started when I was 16. It doesn't just happen.
Yeah, you definitely put the work in. And you sought through passion, and then you also, if I recall, you kind of reformed yourself to think a different way, right?
Yeah, you learn. I had no idea what it took and what you had to do. I was just doing it and figuring it out. And then that's kind of, and you establish yourself. The NHS said, being grateful is the best way to approach most problems. Absolutely agreed on that.
Being
grateful
is to approach any problem.
Is the best way to approach most problems.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah, if I could do anything for you besides whatever it is that I've been able to do now, it's just to help you take it to that next level. Everyone, there's stages to it all. Someone that I was gonna bring up was Torn, because he has skill, like an insane amount of skill with not like a shit ton of passion, and it's like, but he's been stagnant for so long, and I only had recently started to learn about why he kind of kept himself and held himself back. And I would always be the person to hype him up and get excited and refer people to him and whatever. I'm like, dude, like, why don't you do this or do that or try that? And I'm like, I don't know what you like, and I don't know what you would prefer to do, but like, I think trying is important. And he's always talked about certain concepts that he wants to try, but it's just never been done. Like, he just hasn't done it. Then he went to see a psychic, which is our friend that we talked about. And the psychic was saying the same thing. He was like, yo, I keep seeing this symbol. It's like turning a page, but like I don't see anything on it. And he was just pretty much
well, that in itself is really deep, first of all, anyway.
Yeah, and he was saying like, you know, you're holding yourself back, like you can't move on to the next stage because you're not allowing yourself to. But as soon as but you're like right there. And it's funny because when he was saying that stuff to me about what the psychic said, I was like, yeah, I've been telling you that since forever. I'm like, you have the years of training. It's ridiculous. You have wisdom, and your passion is insane. When we talk about food, loves eating it, loves making it, and he loves studying it, and he loves experimenting, and he loves treating people to food. So it's like, what the fuck, bro? Um, and so I was like, do you know what you think you want to do? What would you do ideally? And he said that he would just, if you could just travel and eat, that would be super lit. And I was like, all right. And then he said he had a few, like 3 ideas, and he's like, see, but the thing is, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know which one I should, like, what to do. And I was just like, my guy, like, you have to test them. If you don't know which one you want to do, play with all of them for some time and see which ones you like. Maybe you'll end up doing all 3. But you gotta start somewhere. I'm like, the real life stuff and the internet stuff are both really important elements. And so he started with, he's gonna make, what is it called? Like taste testing stuff? Like once a month is his goal. And he came to me to
do you understand about taste testing?
So like he'll make food and have people try it.
Yeah, I saw he's gonna make a stand or taste testing.
Not like that. Like just invite them to like his house or some shit like that.
Well, okay. Start small.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, when I tell you like he has the skills, like people always ask him where to go. And people request him to do gigs. And it's just like, I don't know. So but now I'm just glad that he reached out to me and was like, I want to talk to you about this. And I was like, cool. If you're ready to go, I'm ready to go with you. So yeah, it's just like being able to see that through for people, because I know when people are bullshitting and they're just not acting on it, I want to taste. Carla says. You know, like you don't even know. I'm super happy and stoked for the fact that you're not like a lot of people when it comes to your job. Like I love that. That's so important, because that's enough to weigh someone down. Like it weighs Jamie down, and he doesn't even work that much, you know. And it's something that he likes. There's just certain elements about it that he doesn't like. So then for you, it's like, oh, I'm glad that at least you enjoy what you're doing. You have the hustle, you have the grind, you have the appreciation. You're enjoying your life, and you're being grateful for the things that you have. But then it's like the next level, when you could see it for someone, is all right. The next level is right there. And it's like you already have the stabilities all in place from what I understand. So the next stage is the next stage. You know what I mean?
What is that? Yeah, no. I definitely see where you come from. I do. It's just like a lot of the things that I'm interested also is very contradictory, right? Introverted and extroverted activities.
Mm-hmm.
Like first of all, gaming is very, very integrated, but you can also be extroverted by streaming, being like, you know, all the big time streamers and actually communicate with them. But that also takes a lot of work. Like I see nowadays the streamers that they actually they interact so well with them.
Yeah.
The things that's really hard. Like, you know how the Twitch chat keeps on going?
Yeah.
Right? You ever seen that?
Yeah.
I would not keep track of that. I'm like, nope. Not gonna read all of that.
Yeah.
But it's obviously with time and practice, anything you practice will be, you know, you'll get better at it. But like I said, it's also balancing what I like to do.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to get better at dancing, but also I've been known for like procrastinating a lot. Like if I'm there doing the practice, right, and if someone brings me there and I'm there, I will be fully 100% there. But I have a bad habit of like when I'm home,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just sit down and play games, because that's also what I love to do. Doing that grind and getting better and better. But I also balance it by trying to like dance it out and mentally, like emotionally, express my feelings through dance, and I love doing that. But what happens is that, like, am I really like evolving my dance level?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes I feel like I'm not evolving as much. Like I try different things and I definitely experienced it. Like just this Saturday I did kind of feel a little bit more level up with the Crump experience.
Yeah.
You know me, I don't know much about Crump, but I tried my best, and I fell on my back. But yeah, I'm just experimenting, but I do want to get better with musicality. Because like there's two different types. Obviously, there's like choreography and then there's freestyle musicality. But either way, all of them is musicality. So in general, if I master musicality, I'll know all of it.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just trying to get familiar with that now. For me, my type of musicality is more through EDM music and silent beats. But what I've been noticing lately with obviously like Justin's type of music or your type of music, it's all hardcore, hip hop, popping, and then isolations, right? And I'm trying to develop that new skill. And it's an interesting process. And obviously with time and practice, it goes. But I feel like sometimes I'm too hard on myself, and I tell myself I'm not practicing enough. And sometimes it's reality, but sometimes it's also my pigmentation of imagination. Like I said, I told you, I'm always contradicting everything I do. And that's why earlier when I said I don't know which one is temporary ideals in my mental state of mind, you know, what do I really want? Well, or what, like, oh shit, that's awesome, I want to do that too, right? But then a month later, I'm like, wait, what was I doing again?
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. It's fair. Let's see. I wish I took notes. Well, I wouldn't. One of the. Okay. You should definitely practice not beating yourself up. We all do that. I've done that like crazy. Trust me. Being in the position I am, fuck, right? Like, like, there's so many things that I need to get right. So like, what's important is that, and I'll get to the Twitch chat, that you acknowledge that you need to work harder, but you remove the punishment. Like, you make yourself accountable, but you don't mentally be like, what the fuck, dude? And then let that turn into, you know, like a stressor. That takes time. Like, when you can create that concept or take it for yourself and really apply that. So like, I acknowledge a lot of things that happen, or I'll know like, oh yeah, I have to work hard, like I'm gonna work hard. But like, say for some reason I don't deliver, it's not pounding on myself, but instead, when we talk about self-love, like respecting the fact that I may not always deliver, and I'm okay with that. And then I examine like, okay, did I shoot too high, or oh, I've been consistent, why did I fall off this time? Oh, obviously this is why. And so like, then I learn, okay, like I can't always work 126 hours, right? And it's just, you learn that in those lessons. It's all quick. It's just like, it's the human condition. Your mind can want one thing and you might have the drive, but like sustaining a drive and all that stuff, it's like there's more work to be done. So that's one thing. Beating yourself up over something is a waste of time. It doesn't do anything. Having the thought is fine. Like, I suck, I'm trash, I have to work. Not, damn, like I suck and I'm fucking trash, like, fuck, like that's different and that's not healthy.
And then getting mentally depressed.
Yeah, like that's normal, right? That's normal. But like, if you can level yourself up, you can remove the part where you pound yourself down. You talk about temporary, let's just jump straight to the chase and say the whole entire human experience is temporary. That's the ultimate answer, and you know that. So like, so it's like, if you're trying to choose to live your best life, then like, you better try and choose to live your best life. Sorry.
Other things in life. Yeah, no, I think sometimes I'm focusing like my interconnection, or it's just like, I went to go text something real quick, but I changed my phone and it kind of like paused the camera.
Okay, my friend's younger brother, my sister girl. Let's see, I was gonna say, escapism is a real thing. People do it all the time. Escape reality. But I would try not to do that too much. It's not smart. It's necessary sometimes, but building a new reality is way better than trying to escape it. I just can tell you that much. And people most of the times will choose to escape. which is fine every once in a while. But that's just me commenting on that. But that's most people, and they do it too often. They like to escape because their reality sucks. Okay.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Because when I think about it, yeah, the same 50 foods your whole life. Yeah, that's pretty much kind of how we all live. And to take that leap to change your limitations, dope, bro, dope.
Yeah.
Props to you, Hauser.
Oh, I like that limit. Okay, the food things. Okay, I'm just getting to it. Should try cooking broccoli to a perfect green color and flavor it with adobo. Okay. Hey, at least you're aware. I saw plenty of people that continue to eat the same few shitty foods and don't care and just complain when they get sick. Yep, shit sucks. But some people take longer to change, so that's good. What else was there? It's so hot down here, man. It's true, random plenty of people. Yeah, the Fortnite guy just definitely jumped in here and just bounced.
Yeah, he was just trying to stream hop.
Well, they won't be successful. Whatever that means.
Wait, where was that? See, I didn't even get to read that part.
What are you talking about?
Carlos says, are you going to comment on my essay about my family not letting me eat all I want to eat?
What? Where?
I don't know.
Where are you reading that? What are you talking about?
Oh, wait, you don't see it?
What are you talking?
It's on the stream.
Oh, are you going to comment on my essay about my family and not letting me eat how I want to eat?
Are you getting it slower than me?
No, I don't know how I missed that.
Exactly what essay? I'm so lost.
Then fucking, man, I don't know about this essay, but if they don't want you to eat a certain way, then you just go just don't eat their shit and go eat something else. If you're broke, you work.
You gotta start somewhere.
Hit a farmer's market and say, well, if you don't make what I need to eat, then I'm just gonna starve. And then be like, fuck, I don't know. That's what I said to my mom. She started making food for me. And then she would also notice that I wouldn't touch anything that she cooked.
That's discipline right there. To hold back other temptations of what's supposed to be good for you.
The vision, my guy.
What's not supposed to be enough?
It's the vision. I'll give you a scenario right now. If I didn't feel as good as I did, maybe I wouldn't be able to stream with you right now. So, that's what it's about. So I have the energy and the capacity to give and to be.
Oh, it doesn't tell me how many. Oh dear. Wow, we have 5 views.
Wait, what did you? You're talking about me, right? Where did you send it?
Yeah.
I'm lost. Like, I'm sorry.
Just to see your email.
See, that's a struggle that I've been going through for a long time, and not even just food, just a bunch of other shit. Because it's the fact that they don't understand, and it makes me feel disconnected. My parents and family never understands whatever the fuck I'm doing now, and they haven't for the longest time, and they don't have to.
It's a huge generation gap.
Yeah, the generation gap is ridiculous, and so it's like they don't need to understand. They don't even want to try.
Like, if they want to try, we'll help them understand. If they can't try and understand what you're doing, then let them know at least. All you have to do is just accept and love me. That's all. You don't have to understand and change what you have to do. Just accept and love. That's all. And if they can't accept that, then, like, quite frankly, you might have to leave.
He said that. If you don't feel connected to them, I don't know what to tell you. Persistence. Then you might not feel connected to them now, but maybe you'll feel connected to them in the future. You just kind of have to accept that. And that's like the reality of things. I felt disconnected from a lot of people for a long time, and I figured it out. But to this day, I don't feel connected to everyone. I don't feel as connected to my family as I feel connected to my friends. Because I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. And I sense all of their bullshit energy. And I'm just like, I don't like it. But it's whatever.
Like, have you attempted to talk more about it? Because they're not gonna take the first step. You're gonna have to.
I'm sure she's tried. I think it's just an acceptance.
Yeah.
My entire family was like, he's not gonna be vegan or whatever. And then they just had to learn how to accept it.
Accept you being vegan?
Yeah. And I remember one of my friends too, he was like, you won't last. And I was like, motherfucker, watch me.
See, now I think he was secretly trying to ploy you to get more motivated. You know that the saying, if you say I can't, I will, makes me want to try harder, right? It was a secret ploy. Is what I would like to say, but yeah, there are people who just doubt you, you know? That's not the thing.
I'm like, you don't know me, man. I stayed true to the vision. The vision, boy.
Of course, it's so troubling when your parents don't really believe or understand you, because they're part of your family, they're your bloodline, right? You know, to respect them, to trust you, to support you no matter what. But if you take those expectations out, right? They're just like anybody else that, like, say, across the world, they wouldn't really care. They don't really understand. So what you do is surround yourself with people who want to see you succeed. And just trying to promote SFC. I got you. Say your daily quote. Make your merchandise.
Yeah. You said.
I am 100% after that. Like, I would so promote, like, your merchandise.
I'm contemplating all that. That stuff may come later, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it says, like it's family, their opinion kind of matters to you. I'm gonna tell you that you're kind of wrong. And this is what I mean, man. The only opinions that matter are the ones that you want to matter. That is a fact. Doesn't matter what family is. And it only, like, everything is just, it's all subjective, man. It's just subjective. Your family can treat you like shit and take advantage of you and be the toxic in your life. For a lot of people, actually. And some people have to cut them off. And you can't be afraid to do that. You can't let the teachings of society tell you that family is the thing, because it's not for some people. Some people don't have families. Some people have abusive families. So, like, it doesn't have to be like that. And the only people who do say that are the ones who come from decent families, but the ones who have broken families and shit, that tells you a lot, though. When someone says that, like like anything among like trying to defend family, even if they somewhat suck shit, that just means they have a pretty decent family. But there are some people who wish that their family wasn't their family, or just completely avoids them, or whatever, and that's like the reality of it. So no, it doesn't kind of matter. It only matters if you want it to matter. But your opinion of yourself in every way should matter more than anyone else's opinion. That's just my personal thought.
It just matters like what kind of attachment you have to it. Because I know like for certain cases, like there are people who their family kind of treats them badly, but they leave, right, and they make it on their own, and every now and then they come back to support them. But he doesn't forget what has happened, and he doesn't how to say he doesn't hold a grudge against them for what has happened, because still he believes that it makes him what happened has happened that day independent. He helps his family, and he doesn't hold a grudge against them, and he's still living his life. I completely like respect that friend a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What he has gone through, you know. Yeah, about the opinion, they know that, but we don't know the getting away with it. Like the kind of thing, there's no one right with it, or perceiving things. But I do think that at least everyone should have a sense of level between like level or a skill, depending what level it is, of duality, understanding what one way is and the other way is without having my mental thoughts of being it contradictory, you know. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just a lot of perspective understanding. You don't have to believe every single one of them, but if you understand each perspective, right, you'll find yourself getting less irritated.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I choose silence.
I choose both. I like to listen. There's the silence, and when I'm alone, the silence is there. But then, when it's time to be social and to be out there and to be known and to do what you gotta do,
Put your foot down.
then you turn up that voice. So
Yeah, no, see, I'm not learning both the same way you are, because I do like see what you do, and ideally I like the way that thing that was the way it is, so I'm not imitating, but I learned from it.
Yeah, of course. That's dope.
Like religion is a big thing with my mom. So we just try not to talk about it. I want to open her mind, so I just try to discuss the whole LGBT. But in the end, that's just how it is. She isn't anyone. I'll let it go. Oh, okay.
I disagree with your statement, Carla.
What?
You said she isn't hurting anyone. That's a lie. She's hurting herself, okay?
Not being able to accept that, like, the newer meta generation, the LGBT community, you know, is just not accepted. Right? So, like, what if she finds out that her favorite product to use that's man-made was made by...
That's so funny.
Will she not use it? Will she not use it?
Yeah. Oh, man. That's crazy. But I get it. I get it.
Oh, Malik.
Really? I heart you, Patana. Man, I love you too, bro. I want you to live here, man. Not be so far.
So is Malik like a close friend family or actually part of?
So what had happened was, him and my brother met on Vine because they were both editors and they did AMVs.
Oh.
And then Malik has come down here, I think 3 times now, from Tennessee. He came once during summer, last summer, and then during winter vacay, I believe, spring or so, yeah, something like that. And then he came for summer again. I don't know the next time he's coming. Yeah, about that. Wait, what? It says today in an episode, Kashi said, "Let him figure it out himself." And like, true. I agree and disagree.
That's how we're always gonna be. So do I.
No, because it's true. It's like, yeah, he needs to figure it out for himself. But let's say there's a clock. You need to figure out how to do this quickly before this could happen. So it's just time.
Sometimes someone needs help.
Yeah, the world's on tilt, so that's why like you got to move fast. You got to get your skills now so that you're prepared to help people during those times. I'm actually planning on transferring to. Oh my god! You have to be present in the right way. Wait, what? You have to present it the right way. Sorry. Yeah, there's definitely a right way. See, and like, see, I love this, like dissecting shit. There are different ways to present things and to get things done. I just know that if I truly believe in something, like, you know, helping my parents see something, I will stay fucking. I'll go through the arguments and learn how to turn that shit down to a debate. And then just help someone see the truth. And I'm just speaking from experience with my mom and how I was able to convert a lot of ideals. And she still struggles with a bunch of things, but I'm really consistent with her. And I try different elements with her. It's very important. By next fall. That's really, really dope. You can't have someone into the... Oh, you can't dive someone into the whole LGBT community after having a single track mind for such a long time.
Yeah.
I don't present anything. She just will be watching the news and makes a comment about something, and I'm like, oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Oh, if it does bother you, then eventually you should help present it. But if you don't do much about it, then yeah, it's always gonna be like that. But their generation, the way they grew up, and obviously the race religion as well, it was looked down upon.
I see. Yeah. No, I feel that, Carla. I think that if you have an interest in changing your mother's mind, right, then there are just different ways. Sometimes being like this doesn't work for people. So what I like to do is triggers on triggers. And I do the shade dance, you know, I do those things. Those all play a role. I'll be like, I'm gonna go hang out with my LGBTQ friend who feeds me every day and brings me to school. I hope you're cool with that. Actually, I don't care if you're cool with that, but I'm going. So like, I'll do stuff like that with my mom, where I talk about certain things, or I'll make comparisons because she's so blind. And the thing is that it's different for everyone. So if I don't even know what to say, but that's I'll throw the shade. I'll do stuff like that.
You know, AHS, that doesn't help us. We don't know if you're a guy or a girl.
Oh, I'm assuming the NHS is a girl then. Because what? What the fuck? Wait, I'm confused. Hold on.
Well, never know. She could be like, I'm a guy and I told her I kissed a girl. You know, she could be joking about
it. Okay, I don't know. Should I tell her I kissed a girl, huh? Be like, no, before you tell her, I mean, you could if you want. First, she said, do you love me? Yes. Do you love me unconditionally? And maybe she'll say yes. It's like, are you sure?
Yeah.
It's like, well, what if I kissed a girl? What then? And I don't know, I'm dramatic with my mom on purpose because she only responds to being dramatic. I love it. So, I mean, I told my mom I kissed a girl and she took it pretty well. And I was kind of trying to pronounce it, something lighthearted. Oh yeah, Hauser.
That sounds like a German thing. Sorry. I don't know if that's your real name, but yeah. Hopefully. I like it. Mad, really, dude. Why is she mad?
Because she's mad at religious marriage.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? You should just bring it up. Man, religious, raw. You're like, mother, if I got married to a woman, what would you do? And then if she goes on tilt and you say, so you only will love me if I marry a boy, then you never loved me to begin with. Yo, my mind is like weird right now. It's not going anywhere. I'm also trying to post something, so maybe I'm not making any sense. But yeah, I don't know. I get creative with my mom. I try to convince her of a lot of things. But also because I know her so well, I have the upper hand. She thinks she knows me, she doesn't know me.
No. I mean, if you want to ask it. But, I don't know if that's exactly to present it. I don't know. Sounds like
coming to mass, man. What does it say? That's dope, man. Fuck, that's so exciting.
Oh, next fall, next year?
Yeah,
or
2019, man.
Oh, dope.
I'm excited for you, bro. Make moves out here. Are you gonna record it? Are you actually gonna record it? What was I gonna say?
Is your mom abusive?
Wait, what?
Cause like, what if? No. I'm asking if her mom's like if she told her, right? Is she gonna record herself being beat? I'm sorry. It's just the first thing that came to my mind. It's just like, she gonna record herself.
Yeah. Shit. Nah. My dad, yes.
Whoa. Is your dad religious? What? My headphones don't want to connect to.
You know, I tried being a Buddhist, it didn't work. Even though I like Buddhist practices.
There we go.
Oh, it's good. It's just conditioning. If you can feed them information that's not that, they'll change. It takes so much persistence and so much drive to want it for them. The stream literally shot up to like 13 and I was like, what the fuck's going on?
13?
Yeah, I was at like 13 and then it dropped back down to like what is normal, which is like just us.
Well, right now it's I
He's just like weird. So should we bring all the guys over to your house? Bake them a cake or something? Overprotective. My mother, overprotective. I always fought against that shit.
What if you're like both of your parents are?
Huh?
What if you're both of your parents are over?
You just keep fighting. Or you suck it up until you can make your own moves.
I mean, yeah, over.
Your dad sounds
They are constantly reminding me. Like interacting, I mean romantic.
So what if I'm romantic, or if we're all romantic with each other and parents?
Yeah, have they seen the stuff we do?
So sometimes I have a gay best friend, and at first he was really strict about me having guys over, but he just got over it because I just kept having him over and in my room. Lol. That's cool. Okay. I mean, I'm down to see how he reacts. I don't think you have a problem, I guess, if you're willing to do all those things. That's good. A terrible solution. I think you gotta rock the boat. You know what I mean, man? You gotta rock the boat sometimes. Some people need to get triggered in order for anything to change.
Not really triggered, but like the first time I found out my brother was gay, it was the family, mom and my dad went somewhere, and then my brother was like, we're gonna have a party, like please stay quiet about this. Like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Alright, so we held like a secret party. What happened was that like when they were over, there was this chair, and my brother was sitting on this guy's lap, holding his hand. I was like, oh, he's gay. Alright.
Alright.
And I was like, huh, okay. Maybe they're just no, they're not friends. Okay. They're more than friends. And I was like, oh, I'm okay with this. And then speak up into my mic. Oh, sorry. I just don't want to be too loud.
Really? Oh, well, I mean, I have headphones on, so I can hear you nice and clear.
Oh, so what I was saying was that the first time I found out that my brother was gay was that my brother was hosting a secret party at my house. My parents were away, and I think or something like that. He was sitting down, and something was on his lap, kind of like intimately, right, and holding his hand, and I think he was going for a kiss on the cheek, and I was like, oh, okay. But I think I was like, oh, well, I mean, because my parents are sleeping upstairs, my dad's walking around, I don't want to be too loud.
I can turn down my mic. Da 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 da. How is the comparison now?
Hello. Check.
I'm actually gonna jump into chat and walk away from the computer screen for a few minutes because I'm dying
Of heat.
of everything in these headphones.
Yep. Alright, Eva. It's good now.
Who is this? And why are you what is that? What?
Bucks.
I'm not
I think that's more V-Bucks.
What? Why do people just... Homie, if you want to learn how to market, You talk to me. You don't, like, do you understand? I mean, maybe you're 12 or something, but you don't go into people's streams posting links. Okay, there's a psychology, like, none of us feel, first of all, we think about safety.
Yeah.
Because we're like, if it's something that can screw everything up, we're not going to tap it. The second thing is that you got to learn how to, you got to do the jab, 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 right hook. You got to learn how to build trust, my guy. Brand, I don't know you, you're blasting me a link that could lead to my demise, right? You're asking for my time to watch something, but I'm trying to spend my time here. But in order to compel me to tap a link, you need to at least have a conversation.
Yeah, it just feels like a robot, you know? It's just like coming in, tap this link, right? And like that's the first thing you say.
Marketing is what you're doing right now. It's called, you just jump in here and you posted a link instead of coming in here and trying to have a conversation and post a link after. Okay.
What the? There's some shade.
That's what marketing is, my guy. And you're doing it very poorly because clearly no one wants to tap it.
Don't do it.
No, I know you're not about it. I know you're a human being. But like, what's your name? What's your number?
No, you're just about that.
Like, introduce yourself, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't feel really humane and it's really sketchy, you know?
Like, if you want people to do stuff, you have to talk about yourself and take your time. You can't rush people.
Trust.
Patience, my guy.
But yeah. Accepted.
Okay, how do I do this?
That's not... You don't...
You're lying.
First of all...
Alright, I'm gonna call him right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep. Not really.
Do you have an Instagram, sir? I trust an Instagram link. I don't know what the fuck Bucks is.
Yeah, Buck sounds like the sketchy ass things to give you V-Bucks. Or money, just in general. It's fake. Yeah, no, it's weird.
Alright, I'll be right back. Jump into my own stream real quick. How do I do this? Okay.
Yeah, okay, so let's the car. Arla, so, except where to start. Are you really gonna, like, tell them tomorrow and we'll record it? If you do, that'd be great. USDR, I mean, I guess. Why is my face like that? Ew. I didn't like that picture. I like so ill. Ew. Is my chin always like that? Yeah, we all know each other in IRL. We're all pretty close friends. Yeah. It was wrong with him. I looked like I was in pain. Like someone just stepped in my fight. Just trying my best. And if that influenced you, I'm super happy that it does. Do your best and so good. So I know you guys don't anime, but like this is an anime called My Hero Academy, right? This is one episode, right? That's what is yo. Well, there's this one anime, right? When you develop so much into your passion, right? Before you realize it, right? You'll raise the standard for everyone around you. Influence, so they will try better to not influence, but further their passion, further their strive, further their learning curve. You know, it's like I felt this. I'm trying so hard to do what I do, and you are inspired by it, and you want to follow up. I know that I did a great job, be a great friend, because we always try to make sure that everyone evolves together. You know, you gotta like level up together. Having a partner is just respect. Yeah, no, like no one says that you can't cipher with a partner. Be my guest. Like at some point, I want to pull someone in and just start dancing with. But also, you know, try to keep PG because like most of the partnerings are either like slow songs, like what Justin does, like slow and ticking, or it's like really grindy dance off. Thank you for stopping by, Hauser. You're the best, man. Make sure you follow Matana Thatch. His next stream will be happening next week. Alright? And, you know, there'll be more real talks, and I'll be in the chat supporting him. Yeah. You wanna link up on social media, bro? You can literally add Matana Thatch on Facebook. His full name is right there. Awesome. Yeah. Just link up with Matana Thatch. That's his full name on Facebook. Find him, right? And then eventually you'll have contact with all Facebook, please. Twitter trash. Oh shit, you have both? I never knew you had Twitter. The fuck? Twitter's. I don't know. I just never really got into it. Maybe eventually I'll make one. Where the creamer of the street? What? What? Where the creamer of the stream from man? I'm so lost. Oh, where the streamer of the stream man? Still doesn't make sense. We're from the enemy village. Dad? What are you doing down here? Are you sure? Are you okay? Thanks. HS00 7 Alright, cool. Alright, thank you very much for everything, man. Thanks for tuning in, and be here next week, promise. Alright, bye Carla as well. Thank you for everything. Oh, no. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna get off soon.
That was great.
Huh?
We found a new friend. Yay.
Yeah. It's fun.
That's so dope.
See, man, streaming is cool.
Smell of grapes.
Oh, nice. I need more grapes. So, I don't know who the other people are in this stream. Oh, okay, we're down to 4. Can you reveal yourselves?
I think it's gonna update it.
Huh?
No, I think it's gonna update itself as soon as Carlo and NHS leave. So maybe it's gonna be 3. Because I know one of them is me. Because I have it on my PS4.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I'm gonna type something right now. can't believe I fell asleep while you and Kevin were talking. I think I fell asleep around 30ish because I decided to lean on the left side and I just knocked out.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Is Sapan still here?
On? Was he here?
I'm confused. Well, because I refreshed my Twitch chat. So all of it is gone, but I only see Sapan that said hi.
Oh.
And I still see that there's 5 people. I just don't know who's here. I just like to know, but I guess I won't ever know.
Reveal yourself, please.
Alright, people watching, I'm totally gonna sleep. So...
Oh shit, it's 1:23 a.m.
So like, if you don't reveal yourself in 1 minute, I guess that's it. Unless you just don't have an account and you're just watching. Which I think you can do that, right?
I think so. Has your account to like follow, like and subscribe?
Well, it's just us now. Alright.
No work tomorrow, I'm so hot.
Oh yeah, Labor Day. Alright, I'm gonna sleep. Cause my body wants to sleep.
You say have a good night.
You too, man. I'll see you later.
Alright.